Royal College students out there. You are welcome to Royal College online lesson. This morning we are taking ourselves into agricultural science. The topic before us this morning is crop pests. Crop pests. For this class, we are discussing what happened to our crops that are caused by living organisms. Crop pest is defined as living organisms that are capable of causing damage to our crops or damage to our crop products. At times, these organisms will damage our crops right in the farm. They are called field pests. But if they damage the crops while we keep them in the store, they are called storage pests. And because they have been doing harm to our crops, there is a need we learn about them so that we know how to control them. Now, we are starting again by talking about the different types of pests. These pests are grouped into insects, birds, rodents, monkeys, and even man. Somebody may surprise to ask, why is man included as a pest? Man is included as a pest when he enters into somebody's farm and steals the crops. He is considered as a pest in that case. And the insect pests, they are the type of pests that will have their body segments divided into three. We have the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. These insects causes damage to our crops. Birds, on the other hand, they feed on grains in the farm, destroy our rice, maize, and some other crops. If you talk of rodents, like rats, like grass cutters, they destroy all our crops. So all categories of pests are destructive to our crops. Now, we will look into their classes based on how they feed. That is, on the feeding habit. They are categorized majorly into three feeding habits. We have the biting and chewing insect pest, we have piercing and sucking insect pest, and we have the boring insect. Now, the biting and chewing insects. These insects have their mouth being strong enough, called mandible or maxilla, that is developed into a type of mouth part that can be able to cut into plant parts, chew it as even you human beings used to chew food before they swallow it. These are the biting and chewing insects. Examples of these biting and chewing insects: we have grasshopper, we have crickets, we have locusts, and many others, that they will come into our farm, see our crop, cut into the part of it that they want to eat, and begin to chew the crop. And at the end of the day, what the farmer needs from that part of the crop is no longer there. They are very destructive to our crops. Talking about the piercing and sucking insects. These are another group of pests that their mouth part is developed into what is called proboscis. That their proboscis is able to pierce into the body of the plant, into the stem or the leaves of the plant, and begin to suck the sap, the juice that is inside the plant, that is helping the plant to do one thing or the other to produce well. These pests are also destructive. We have examples of such piercing and sucking insects to be aphids. You can see that sometimes when your parents or your friends are going to the farm, you see them hanging knapsack sprayers on their back. Go to the farm to spray. It's because of this piercing and sucking insect, because they are the most one that destroy these beans when they are still growing. We have mealybug that affect cassava. They suck into the stem of the cassava and suck out the juice of cassava. We have cotton stainer. Cotton stainer is another destructive one. It destroys cotton seriously. When you have the cotton ball in your hand, look at it. Some of the cotton ball may be smooth, the ones that are not being attacked, but the ones that are attacked are malformed, and the cotton wool inside is stained. And at the end of the day, it affects the quality of the cotton wool, and it lowers the price in the market, causing the farmer to lose a lot. Coming into the third category, which are the boring insects. This one have their mouth part able to bore hole into the stem of the plant, eat the tissues inside the plant. At the end of the day, the plant is weakened, and when the wind blows, this plant will fall off, and it is called lodging. We have the examples of this boring insect. One is called Sesamia calamistis. The second one is called Coniesta ignevusalis, and the third one is called Buseola fusca. These are the common boring insects that attack our crops. As I earlier told you, mentioning the examples of this boring insect, we have the Coniesta ignevusalis, we have Buseola fusca, and we have Sesamia calamistis. These are the common examples of the boring insect. The insect itself that lays the eggs on the leaf sheet of cereal crops. After some time, these eggs hatched into the larva, and the larvae are able to bore hole directly into the stems of this plant, and at the end of the day, they begin to eat, and the plant will be losing, causing the loss of product to the farmer himself. In our next class that we will be hoping to have very soon, we are going to talk about the effect of this insect pest on our crop plants and how we will control them. Thank you very much.